Hey there, team. So last one was a, well, I believe, if it's come out, and I think it will. Oh, dude, yeah. Last one was a very long siege. So this is just a quick wee 1v1 here. Trolls good and bad, Trolls of Angmar. This is Thanatos here, so he's got his Blackguard, Hammer Guard, no armor upgrade for the Hammer Guard, and he's got his General in with the Blackguard, which you often will see. As much as I really like to put him with the Blackguard, I find it's kind of, I don't know, I think like by lore that's where he would be. That's where a General of Angmar would be. But he is sort of better in with the Hammer Guard, I think, benefiting from that armor piercing to his big old, because this weapon is not armor piercing if he's inside the Blackguard. Anyway, so he's got his Trolls of Bad and Trolls of Angmar. Solid, yeah, decent armor. Nothing like the All Like High or the Trolls of the White Hand, of course, but just solid, decent armor. And you can get two of them without going to the red limit. Guardians of Carndim, double Guardians, no armor upgrade again. More number. Oh no, I'm seeing some armored up units. I think I can guess which they are. Witch Realm Pikemen, some Halberdiers, lots of Orc Fellers. Cool, cool, cool. I suspect we're going up against an armored faction, but we'll see. More Orc Fellers there. Then Scourge Raiders, yeah, always. You always see. I don't even know what they look like without an armor upgrade, to be honest. Then Gundabad Guard there. Angmar Marauders. Wow. Okay, very rarely see an Angmar Marauder. And then Warg Riders, double Warg Riders, and a Warg Skirmisher with a Snaga Stalker there too. And no Barrow Wights, but again, that's kind of, it's not too irregular to not have Barrow Wights in a 1v1, especially when you do have a bit of maneuverability. I quite like this map. Like, if you play it with more players, you've got access to this area here. I think, yeah, extends out. Pretty sure. I'm sure I've fought in this area. Yeah, definitely. You've got access to that, and then you've also got, you've got access to this one too. Had some fun, like, I think it was like years ago, I did like a capture the flag scenario on this map or something like that. You had, some of you were down here, some of you were up here, you had to run up, grab something, take it back. I can't quite remember. It was fun. I always like quirky sort of battle ideas. It's fun to sort of be part of. Like Total War kind of, it's always a difficult thing to do stuff like that in. But I mean, with like Napoleon, they love to do like the conquest idea, they call it. You know, so the map has various capture points that you've got to hold, and I've done stuff like that on Reforged as well. And yeah, it's always fun to try something different, especially because we've been playing this game for a really long time. So you know, it's nice to shake us up a little bit, force us to play in a different style. That's why I'm a huge fan of Commander battles too, and everything like that. It's just great. It's really, really fun. But yeah, so be there soon. Balance of power is in our favor, but that'll be just because we outnumber the enemy a bit, and yeah, we're just sort of outnumbering our foe a little. Those Orc Fellers are surprising me, because is this Mirkwood's color in front of us, or is this I'm pretty sure it's Mirkwood. I think Cardlin's is much of a light green. It's a dirty green, very dirty. What do we have? Yeah, Mirkwood, that's what I thought. So, yeah, that's just kind of why oh, I guess the Orc Fellers maybe for the Ents. Yeah, nothing better to bring down a tree man than, you know, a woodsman, or wood orc. So we got the Huntsman of Amon Lank on the side there. They can definitely hand the wargs their asses. They can outpace the wargs if they want to just avoid that fight entirely. And they can get some good charges with their spears. Good charge, but also anti-cavalry bonus is a nice thing about spear cavalry. We've got the Blades of Emendweir. He knows he's going to have to deal with some heavy numbers, so he's ready for that. He's got his Hiri Lang on the right flank. It's going to be very tricky, and no armor upgrade for the Hiri Lang. And then Sindar, again, yeah, the chief of spear cavalry. Again, good charge, good ability to take on cav. So yeah, as long as Nowaki plays it cool, he can benefit a lot from that. Woodland Protectors there, get into that pike line, bring it down, because we don't have pikes of our own. Elven King Palace Guard without an armor upgrade, say when we don't really need it, we can still hand all the elites of the enemy forces their asses with the Elven King Palace Guard. Hiri Peng in the back, we can outshoot them too, and the Elders of the Elven King. That's where we've got the General today. Yeah, we're kind of squished in the side here, but unless we can lay down fire, which we can't, Thanatos has no reason just yet to come for us charge towards. Looks like he's going to try and get an initial... I like the aggression there. Looks like he's maybe going to go for a quick volley into the Sindar. No, Sindar don't want it, which is sensible. Very sensible indeed, but I'd be tempted to bring the huntsman around here. If Thanatos wants a cavalry fight, we will win it. So I'd be tempted to just do it, or maybe even, as nasty as it may be, just kind of turn around now and engage that. But I guess he'd pull out the skirmishers, hit you with the warg riders, and then the skirmishers would escape and keep volleying you. So Nawaki's going to have to micro that a fair bit though, if he wants to keep the focus there. Huntsman coming forward. Let's go to 0.7 right now, because this will move pretty fast. It's 14,000 frames, but yeah. Huntsman. Oh, wait, have they? Is that how they always look? Is that how the Huntsman of Ammon like always look? I guess it is. Yeah. I don't know. Angmar Marauders. Yeah. Any sort of, if he can just slam the front of these guys anywhere, it's good. But I worry about the Scourge Raiders. Scourge Raiders out of range. What do we have there? 203, lowering their numbers. Okay, you want to get out of there. We don't have great armor, but that was a nice little charge. Very nice. We can sort of keep that up. So what I'd want to do as Nawaki is just try and win the cavalry game, so that then, you know, your enemy has to sort of come at you. Sindar engaging. Yeah, the Sindar just sit and fight the Warg Riders. That's not a bad fight for them. Like, it's not something that Nawaki wants to do, but he'll hand these Wargs their asses. But it's, as I say, it's the Warg skirmishers that he's worried about, which they are coming at him, but goodness sake, he's killing these Wargs a lot faster than I believed he was going to. So maybe it is worth him just tanking that for a minute. Getting the job done. Oh, he's microing though. So these guys, they must, yeah, they've definitely come out and come in for another attack. A lot more of these guys dropped. A few Guardians dropped as well. And Huntsmen are still living it. This is the problem with Thanatos. He's not got any archers. Even though, of course, Angmar is not an archer faction, if I'm not planning to rush right off the bat, I will usually take, just snag a archer or a goblin tracker. You know, not many, but just to avoid stuff like this, just so that Nawaki can't come in and out like this. He's gonna suffer. I would love to get the Scourge Raiders around, just kind of mirror their movements a little bit, if I could. What do we have here? Yeah, getting some jabs into this. Very painful for the poor Sindar. Down to 17 now. But that's the Wargs. I'm surprised he didn't break. Yeah, I would have wanted to maybe rush those guys, but again, his micro is going to be elsewhere. How are they? Are they out? They've used up all of that ammunition. Goodness me. Sindar, wow, Sindar broken. Whoa, okay. That is something else. I really didn't see that coming. I thought that they would have held out there. Okay. Orc fella's getting around. That changes the game big time. Changes the game a lot. Nawaki's got his. They're just firing. Going to be firing straight up. Oh no, they're not. Firing at the advancing Warg Riders there. Oh, there was another unit of Warg Riders. I see. Which have chased off, I suppose. Where are the Huntsmen? Huntsmen running on over here. It's too late now. Yeah. I'd say it would have been nice to have the Cav together. If we had the Huntsmen and the Sindar together, that would have been fine. But unfortunately, they were not. Okay. So I like that we've sort of gained control of this little valley area here. This little basin. And we've just got it filled up with our Orc Fellers. We do have the Huntsmen to worry about. Huntsman could come in for some charges, but we've got a lot of Warg Skirms that will just die slowly. But it'd be beautiful just to get a charge of the Orc Fellers. But saying that, like, the Blades of Emendwir are not going to really have that much difficulty against the Orc Fellers. I'd be really tempted... I'd be really tempted to pull one of these guys away. And move in to sort of engage this. Or maybe even just take a Hiri Peng over and fight it, because if you're taking stuff off the front line, all you're doing is making it more likely for Thanatos to kind of throw himself at you, which is sort of what you want in the grand scheme of things anyway. So, I don't know. Skirms there. Huntsman just pulling back. We'll go back to 1x speed for now. So you got to keep in mind, when I'm doing a 1v1, I'm generally doing it a lot slower than what is happening to the players at the time. So I'm kind of thinking some things out and maybe, making a better decision. Again, doing my blooming little finger quotation marks here. I'm making like a better decision in my point of view. but that's because I'm doing it at 0.7 speed. Sometimes I'm doing it at 0.5, whereas, so it's like I'm having double the time to think about what's going on as they are. They've got to sometimes just act. The morale of these wargs really shocked me there. I thought they were going to break. With the speed that they were taking casualties, I thought they were goners a lot faster than they actually were. It's been coming back on out. Skirm's coming around. Okay, no, we're sort of staring down now. I'd be really... no, you shouldn't do it. I was saying I'd be tempted to come in for a charge with those wargs and just see if I could kill off an elder or two. He shouldn't, but, you know, you could probably do it. You could probably kill a guy or two. But it wouldn't be worth it. Huntsman grab you and, yeah, be goner. But still, if I could lose those 5 wargs to kill like 3 elders, maybe it's worth it. But nah, you want to save it for later. Save it for the actual clash when you can't do much about it. I like that Thanatos is really curving around him here. Okay. Yeah, using that mobility, using these the blockages to line of sight. Woodland Realm Patrol having to pop up. Again, more archers for Nawaki that have appeared. A lot more firepower that will be poured into Thanatos, but things when Thanatos gets in there, he's going to get in there pretty quick. Huntsman coming on up. All the wargs are busy. Oh, goodness me. Okay, sorry. I'm not used to getting called. It's Sundays. What is this? Gave me the fear. Right, what we got? Huntsman, if I'm on like coming on forward. Yeah, beautiful. Again, nothing here. Scourge Raiders, okay. And Huntsmen don't have a shield, they don't have armor, so something like the Scourge Raiders is going to hurt. But are we just a little bit too far back? No, surely we're in range. How do we end up there? That hurt. Oh, get out as quick as we can. The halberds. See, the halberds, I would have answered to that with the axe throwers. I wouldn't have sent the halberds in to get this done. No, I think the halberds were a bit too slow. And the axe throwers could have just moved forward. Maybe they're even off fire at will, you know, but if they just moved forward a little bit, yeet, and a lot of those poor deer riders would have gone down. What are we at percentage-wise anyway? 7 for 2. Yeah, a lot of casualties, but I don't know, like once Angmar makes contact, that's when things go a bit crazy. Okay, right, we're moving in. We're moving in entirely. So we're going to be getting into archer range soon. And it's just a case of like, if we can like actually get through to their archers. We've got trolls, we've got line breakers, we can get into their archers surely. We need to get into their archers and stop them from using up their ammunition. And if we can do that, then this is going to be very, very nasty. Kiri Lang there, oh my god. If they take axes. What he might do is he might not make contact, he might just move his axe throwers up, but no, he needs to make contact because he's going to be taking a lot more damage from archer fire. And good, not Than, Nawaki. We just need to open up on everything, preferably not the trolls, preferably just the orc hordes, the pikes, the halberdiers, the scourge raiders too. You know, anything without a shield. I love the full surround there. That's really nice to see though. Let's zoom on in a little bit. Yeah, we've got a really nice surround. These orc fellas just going to be getting around the back. Those orc fellas would have been evaporated by archer fire. 7% still. I kind of thought we'd lose like a full maybe 2 or 3 percentage points just in that charge. Guardians will beat the blades, but the blades will survive for a little while from that. Huntsman getting active. Come on. Goodness me, that looks quite spooky, doesn't it? Oh shoot, thumbnail. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We got the trees are nice and low quality from the fight from the last battle I did. Whoopsie daisies. I'll get those trees moved up. I'll be get the grass and get the vegetation. Oh, nice. Something like that, so we don't forget. I know I should put a lot more thought into my thumbnails and stuff. It's something I do ponder a fair bit, but no, it's just we're just getting done. These huntsmen have got caught and they've been here for too long. Dearie me, that's a shame. And okay, that means that Angmar has the full cav superiority, and they could come sallying in and out stuff like the Hiri Lang. We're rushing in from the back with the orc fellers, and we're answering the orc fellers with We need to turn these guys around and start shooting them, because the orc fellas are going to get some cost-effective damage against the Ents. They're not going to win. They're going to run away before they win, but yeah, like, I would shoot these guys point blank. But it's just, you've got to keep in mind, again, like, we'll go slightly slower. This is happening fast for these guys. So it's you're going to make mistakes. Kind of surprised at the poor pikemen shattering there. But if the Hiri Lang stop those Scourge Raiders... Okay. It's going to be relying on the elites of Angmar here now to sort this out. Blades of Emond, we're actually really handling things quite well on that front line. How's the left going? The left is kind of struggling. Especially with the trolls in there. Okay, that's not fun. But we need to use this ammunition. Wardens of Ammo and Lank, no armor piercing, but very high damage arrows. A lot of fire just coming straight up and over, but that elven accuracy is going to sort of let us do that. Ents are still alive. Kind of bust Scourge Raiders in there, though. Okay. I would get the Ents in against the Scourge Raiders, because you don't want those axes coming at you for too long. Again, I would turn these Wardens of Ammo Lank around, shoot these guys in the back, because up and over fire is never what you want to do. If you can help it. Apart from if you're like the Watchers of the Golden Wood, they can just they'll hit their marks, whatever it may be, however they have to do it. If they can fire at it, they'll hit it. Hiri Lang actually holding back the black card really nicely. Don't charge through. Looks like they're trying to pursue some guys here. They were doing all right in that fight, but now that they've sort of charged through, they're just going to be bait for wargs. Frontline is starting to shatter, but once it does fully shatter, we've got to deal with the Woodland Protectors, the Wardens of Amon Lank, absolute troll killers there with their heavy axes, and the Woodland Realm Patrol even will be very messy. We've got the Hammer Guard around the back, but up against these Hiri Peng, not going to be easy for them. Again, if we can get more fire into them, that's what we need. Woodland Realm Patrol out of ammunition. Okay, we need to get them plugging some gaps. Preferably backing up the Elven King Palace Guard, who are maybe going to be getting some cycle charges. This could be the winner for Thanatos here. If he's able to pull off a few charges and kind of delete half of this Palace Guard unit without suffering too much damage, then that's the boy. A decent break there. Definitely a decent break there. Yeah, it's quite messy for Angmar. Like, their morale has not held too well. Again, fire coming up and over. Warg skirms pulling back. Woodland Protectors holding okay. What's the attack actually doing on this side? Hiri Lang kind of held it in place, even with the Hammer Guard in place. The Hammer Guard are going to crush the Ents. That's perfect Ent killing. You may, it's better to have an axe to deal with an Ent, but, these hammers are armor piercing all the same, so they'll bring them down quite nicely. The Witchworm Scourge Raiders too, not armor piercing, both with their axes or throwing axes and in melee. They're not armor piercing, but they are quite high damage, and they'll back up the Hammer Guard for a bit until the job is done. Orc Fellers, they're broken, running through the lines of the Hiri Peng now. Elves of the Elven King maybe in guard mode. If they are in guard mode, I'd get them out of it just so they can. Oh wow, no, I thought these guys were enemy forces. No, they're just messing these old trolls up again. Trolls of Angmar do wear some armor. Elves of the Elven King are not armor piercing. So not at range either. They're just heavy mass arrows. Woodland Realm Patrol coming in to hold back the swarm. They'll do all right against it, but yeah, they are going to get beaten down by the mixture of Orc Fellers and Guardians of Carndom. I always like Orc Fellers or like just low tier heavy axemen mixed in with like a standard main line. Just getting that armor piercing involved is always fun for me. Some warg damage, yeah, coming into the Blades of Emond. We're just getting that cycle charging. He's got cav superiority now, so he it's very micro intensive, but he needs to be using it if he wants to win. Go to 0.9, things are starting to settle a little bit. What do we have? 71 for 60, so we are down, but we still got a lot of trolls in play. And we have the general trying to go toe-to-toe with a troll, which he is... Oh good, he's receiving backup. Well, I think he's going to go down. I think this troll might be able to kill him. Troll is getting sliced on down quite hard. This could just be... Oh, no. He went for it. He was a very brave troll. Can you get a charge right in there? That could be a good shout. But yeah, it's had we been able to deal with the general there, could have been the likes of the Woodland Realm Patrol breaking, and a lot of just the main line of Mirkwood might have routed off. Scourge Raiders liking this fight against the Woodland Protectors. Woodland Protectors, yeah, hopefully they'll be able to bring down a few more of these skirmishers. Woodland Realm Patrol in there too. Okay. Wardens of Angmar could do with maybe finding a charging target. Only one end remaining. Still Hammer Guard, but only 17 Hammer Guard. Hiri Penny getting some shots in there. Very nice. Yes, the end just kind of holding everything in place while fire supports it. Good. Goodness me. Okay, well, wait. 76 or 72. Very close. And yeah, now a lot of the trolls are dead. But a lot of the Ents are dead too. Scourge Raiders engaging now. Or maybe just lining right in front. No, okay, charge them. Don't let them just use their axes against you. Don't. No. No, Aki, come on, you need to sort that out. You can't just let them throw axes at you. No, Aki, come on. No. Oh, that's a game changer. That is a real game changer. Had these Hiri Peng engaged the Scourge Raiders there, they would have wiped them out. But now this unit of Hiri Peng, I think, is going to be gone. But you're seeing how much ammunition still has to be spent by Mirkwood. Although the Elven King still, yeah, again, they've got ammunition to spend. Did we turn around? Right, we have engaged them now. Right, we didn't lose as many Hiri Peng as I was expecting to lose there. I really thought they were going to be dropping like flies. Warrens of Angmar trying to hold us back. They're not elite units, but, well, in comparison to, I guess, an Orcish faction, they are elite units. They're just not like 2 hit points. So they're going to be bringing these guys down, even though there's only 13 of them. They will lose this engagement, but... Really? Maybe not. Still got some Woodland Protectors backing them up, so they might win. If there's no cavalry movements. How many Palace Guards still alive? What's happening over here? Oh wow, Woodland Protectors got a little bit out there, but they managed to tie up these Warg Riders. Yeah, these Hiri Langs are running on back now. Wait, there's nothing hiding. What's this over here? Just a quick check. No, nothing. Okay, circle of corpses there. Unibad Guard getting ripped down. And Hiri Peng standing their best. Up against the Guardians. Orc Fellers are working their way through. Now that the Hammers are, or the Hammer Guard are in there, these Hiri Lang shouldn't win this engagement. They've still got axes, those Scourge Raiders. Blackguard's still active. Over here, the Wardens are getting beaten down. Yeah, they did lose this. They gave it a good go, but Wardens look like they're a bit confused as to what they want to go for. Try and deal with the last of the Scourge Raiders, I suppose. Scourge Raiders are locked morale, so we're not going to chase them away. Elven King Palace Guard, Elders of the Elven King struggling up against the Blackguard. But that would be expected. We've got general versus general engagement, but the generals are at the opposite sides of the battlefield. He's been fighting toe-to-toe with trolls, though, so it is possible this Blackguard might end up finishing him off. Palace Guard coming in from the back, though. That's what we were needing. Armor piercing, just absolute god tier. I think there was a period in Reforged where the Elven King Palace Guard were the sort of supreme. They were the strongest unit in the game. So, no, they... Oh, goodness me, he is totally surrounded now. This has gone from being a very nice situation for the Blackguard to a very dodgy situation for Thanatos himself. He will be definitely rinsed. But those wargs are still alive. How's this going? Hammer Guard are still kicking, 10 of them. We've still got those axes. Hopefully, no, I think they were on guard mode just because they weren't like fighting there, but they are just surrounding this poor Scourge Raider and ripping him apart. Or slicing him down. Elves don't rip you apart, they slice you to pieces. A few just like holdouts of Elven forces just causing problems. Woodland Protectors there receiving a nasty charge. Very nasty charge from the likes of the Warg Riders, but turned around, getting a few quick little stabs in. Yep, bringing someone down. Very nice. Stalkers moving on up. Quick little charge into their backs, no doubt. Or maybe not, just a walk into their backs. If they don't get that charge in your energy, they might end up routing. as they make contact with the woodland protectors. Charge in there. The Palace Guard has the anti-cavalry bonus. They've got those two-sided spears, so yeah, they will absolutely decimate the Warg Riders, which is what occurred there. We've still not had a general kill, which both generals have been engaged in close combat fighting for some time now against quite devastating units. Warg Skirms coming in. The Warg Riders routed off, but the Warg Skirms came on in then after. But a few more of them are going to go down. Don't have to worry about the anti-cavalry bonus from the Elders, but still, it's a good long sword they've got just slicing into them. What is this here? Yeah, some Warg Riders routing. I don't know. I don't see them returning. 12 of them. Possible, but I doubt it. Scourge Raiders trying to get some axes in. This is really what it's just going to come down to here. I really thought this would be the case for Nowaki. If Nowaki wasn't able to use his ammunition, he would be dead. But no, this is maybe going to be the inverse, and Than might not have been able to use up all of his Scourge Raider ammunition. Down to only 7 though. Not even, yeah, one of those is the captain. So there's only 6 axes coming on forward into the Palace Guard. They're going to drop them pretty quick. Oh my goodness me. Very interesting to see. Yeah, General's one of the few guys left remaining there. Looks like oh no, the Elders are trying to shoot for a second. No, they've stopped it now. Turn around to the Hammer Guard. We could still end up with Nowaki dying before Thanatos, to be honest, if a few of those Hammer Guard get into him. Oh, no. He's not letting that happen just yet, though. Yeah, oh, wow, those Hammer Guard actually... They were... Right. No announcer call from it, but yeah, he's dead. Those Hammer Guard were very badly bloodied, so I guess it just took a quick movement from the Elders to finally finish them off. Goodness. Yeah, that was quite an interesting little sort of back and forth situation. I'm going to call it for Mirkwood now. In 94. Wait, we still outnumber them. But the problem is they've got Palace Guard, they've got Elders. Orc Fellers. A few Woodland Protectors there still standing. This is really just the case of the Elven morale keeping us in check. Yeah, I really thought that Thanatos was going to take that there for a while. I just thought we hadn't used up enough of our Elven Arrows. A lot of our Elven Arrows were going up and over the, like we weren't actually hitting them, we were just using them. I thought getting attacked from here in, all the sides was going to be a big problem for us. And the cavalry, we did end up losing the general there. Yeah, I would have probably wanted to finish off the last of the Blackguard and melee first before I start opening up, because you're just going to slowly lose your Elders in this if you just stick with that. But no, this should be a finish for Than, for Nowaki as a victory. Just because those Palace Guard are going to be too much to deal with. Surely no, the guys, yeah, they're all dead. I think nowhere they're getting back up after that. Because each of them took quite a few hits. Yeah, so I would get my swords out now and finish off the last of the Blackguard. Yeah, I think maybe I would have come in for a charge against the Palace Guard with my wargs. I think that, yeah, focusing on other charges, I mean, you racked up a lot of kills with them, of course, but I think that it was the Palace Guard were the worry, and the fact that they weren't receiving charges was the issue. I think there was some fantastic cav play in the start from Thanatos to actually win the cav game. That was really quite impressive, but yeah, he just wasn't able to really capitalize on that advantage that he had. And also, yeah, it was just kind of hanging about at the start. He lost a lot of units when, I think with the army composition that Thanatos had, I know holding back allowed him to get around the enemy and win the cav game, but I just feel that if he wanted to do what he was planning there, I would have just gotten a unit of Goblin Trackers, because it's not too difficult to ward away the the Huntsmen of Angmar and the Sindar, because they're really quite fragile to arrow fire. They're unshielded and they don't have great armor. So yeah, something like just one beefy unit of Goblin Trackers, just unloading on them every time they tried to sort of come at your lines could have been the decider there, because a lot of damage was just taken there when it didn't have to be. Hammer Guard there, kind of, yeah, I thought they were going to kill the Ents a lot faster than they did. Trolls, yeah, good use. I mean, the Trolls did their job very well. Or Witcher on Pike, they must have been eviscerated by arrow fire to get so few kills, because this was their game, this was their fight. Maybe I would have tried to get rid of those halberds, get another pike instead, and I don't know. I think just too many orc failures. I mean, I know, wow, these guys actually racked quite a lot of kills, but I just don't think the orc failures are a good shout against Mirkwood. Maybe one to like go toe to toe with the Ents, or just try and deal with the Ents, but hold them in place, do some damage. But yeah, I think 3 of them was maybe a bit too much, especially 2 units of Angmar Marauders. I just think we had too much lower tier unit, too many lower tier units. Scourge Raiders, yep, nice. Always going to do not too bad against Mirkwood with them. Good bad guard, yeah, damn shame. But yeah, double Ward Riders, didn't spot the second one, or until midway through the fight. Or Snag of Stalkers. 53 kills actually for Snag of Stalkers is not bad up against the Elves of Mirkwood. So thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.